with me, Miss Red. And where are we? We're at Nuggets 4. Read across Nuggets 2026. Woo! Team Nuggets, that's right. Let me hear it. Team Nuggets. Let me hear a growly Nuggets. Team Nuggets. 100 stories. Wow, Spirit. Thank you, Kilolo. Team Nuggets. Yes. Oh, we got a Koki. Koki. Hello, welcome in. We're making some noise. We're getting our energy out. Oh, hell, Frogger. Woohoo! We got a little Suske. Where? Where? Oh, there he be. A Suscarino. Oh no. Today we're going to read about a lot of dinosaur books. Why? Because I remembers last year fondly. Pretend there's a thought bubble above my head, right, in magical music playing. When we were taking care of dino eggs or something like that. So they've been on my mind. They've been on my mind. So we're going to learn a little bit more about them. Enter their world. We got Dino Pin here. Perfect for that. Yay! I'm going to cam in on everybody real quick just to look. Oh, Panda. Let's see what you're wearing, Susk. Yourself. Cute. Aw, little dragon. All right, Benny, I guess your favorite animal is Pizza Man. That checks out. A little bunny. Fair. Whoa! I'm seeing deja vu. We got 2 pandas in the crowd. And we got 80 million frogs in the back there. Hi, frog family. And lots of dinos. You don't have a sloth costume? I do love a sloth. Oh, man. That's a good animal choice. We got elephants. Precious. I love that. We got so many different kinds of creatures. Haha. Well, if you don't know much about Read Across America, that's what Read Across Nuggets is. And it is the National Education Association, and they have chosen this year's theme. And it is We Are Definitely Human for their Read Across America program. The theme for March 2026 is Championing Kindness, fostering a culture of care, connection, where kindness, empathy, and collaboration help everyone feel seen, valued, and included. So I hope today, in our fundraising efforts for Relay for Life and all of our stories through each animal we're going to venture through, that you feel seen, valued, and included. No matter what cozy little critter you showed up as or brought with you. Yay! Our first book is This Is My Dinosaur. This is my dinosaur, and he has 2 long horns. And he scares away other dinosaurs with them. And he may tickle his friends. Tickle, tickle. Hi, Sparkles. And he also says roar. Let me hear some roars. Every time we say roar, we're going to need a roar in chat. Who can do this for me? Yeah. There we go. There we go. This is our loud book. This is my dinosaur. And he has a smooth purple tail. Just like Relay for Life. He likes to swing his tail high. And he likes to swish his tail low. And he also says, roar. There we go. Team Nugget. Yeah, there we go. You guys are getting it. This is my dinosaur, and he has a big curved beak. And he likes to chomp on some grass and chew on some palm leaves. And what does he say? He says, you got it, Coraleska. He says, roar. A meow? I mean, I guess he could. Maybe he's multilingual. This is my dinosaur. He has a lumpy, bumpy skin. He splooshes and splashes in the mud, and he splashes in some water too. Gotta clean himself off. And he says, "Rawr!" Moo! A cat? Oh, okay. Maybe. This is my dinosaur. He has 2 long horns, a smooth purple tail, a big curved beak, and lumpy bumpy skin. And he's also known to say, "Rawr." Hello? Okay. The end of This Is My Dinosaur. Yeah, let them all out. Let me hear them roars. Perfect. I think you're ready. Oh, yeah, good howl. I like that. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Okay. We shake out our sillies now. Have you shaken yourself out? I have. Mm-hmm. Because we're going to read a dinosaur book and then we're going to get a little serious about why we're here today. So you might need some tissues between now and then. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Our next book is The Dinosaur by Anna Milbourne and Mandy Field. The illustration on this is so pretty. It's Ethan with a Y. Hi. Oh my goodness, a mini Sully.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Cute, cute, cute.
Hi.
The Dinosaur. Nobody has ever seen a real life dinosaur except for Dino Pen. So they haven't seen Dino Pen though. But long, long ago, before the world had cars or roads, before there were houses or cities, and even before the very first people were born, a big brown dinosaur egg lay at the edge of a huge forest. From inside the egg came a tap, 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 and then there was a crack, and out climbed a baby stegosaurus. Crack, crack. One by one more eggs broke open. It was his brothers and sisters hatching out too. The baby stegosaurus was very, very hungry. He ate whatever he could find. He ate crunchy pine cones and ferny leaves and chewy fruit from spiky plants. And each day he ate, he grew bigger and bigger until he was almost as big as an elephant. And we got some elephants in the crowd right now. I know, that's pretty big. Soon the stegosaurus was so big that he had trouble fitting through the trees in the forest. Oh no! So he poked his head out of the forest to see what the world was like outside. And, well, for the most part, it seemed safe enough. But not for long. Suddenly, he heard a roar! Like this. Like that. It was an enormous Allosaurus with enormous Allosaurus teeth, and it wanted to eat him up for breakfast. Quickly, the Stegosaurus swung his spiky tail, thump, bad, and hit the Allosaurus right on the nose. The Allosaurus growled at him and left him alone. The Stegosaurus felt really big and strong in that moment, and now he knew that he could take care of himself. But even though the Stegosaurus was big, there were much, much bigger creatures around. Stomp, 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 stomp. The ground began to shake with giant footsteps all around. A whole herd of Diplodocus was marching across the plains. Luckily, they only ate leaves. Because Stegosaurus could have been breakfast again. And thankfully, he was not. The world was a little bit different when dinosaurs lived. What would it be like if they were still alive to this day? I mean, I guess they would block up roads, maybe probably trample on some cars, and people would run from their gnashing teeth. Maybe. It's just as well that only their dusty old bones were left in museums. The end of the dinosaur. You got it. Roar! You like it? Okay, good. Team Nuggets. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Did I miss? I think we saw Celine. Celine. Does everybody here have the pleasure of knowing who Celine is? If you don't, you're about to. Celine is Relay for Life's 2026 team lead for the American Cancer Society of Second Life. If you need help starting a team or getting fundraisers going or donations and fighting against cancer in this virtual platform that we all call home, Celine is your lady. You can register your team on relayforlife.org/secondlife. And if you have any questions, that's your Relay for Life magical lady. You got it, Benny. Celine is great. I actually just saw her yesterday at Old People Bingo, and I can't wait to see her at the next Old People Bingo. She's everywhere. She's here, she's there. She tries to make it to every single event, and that is very commendable. We love you, Celine, and we thank you for all your hard work and efforts that you do. Yes. Let's give a round of applause for Celine. Thank you for spending even just a few moments with us today here at Team Nuggets. Team Nuggets. Today, we might be reading lots of cool stories about dinos because we're all little dinos at heart. But we're also here for a really big cause. If you see that kiosk next to me that Mr. Syke and everybody who's been reading for the last 2 days have been collecting donations in, and we are doing the same here today as well. If you have anything that you can donate, whether that's maybe Linden or even gotchas, we'll use gotchas too, that would be fantastic. And if not, don't worry. Don't worry. You're here. And your presence is really all that matters, because without you, well, we ain't got nothing, right? We are one team, one dream. In the Relay for Life. But we can't have fun funds without why we're here. So we're here for American Cancer Society, and we're going to read a little bit about that. So this is the book called My Mommy Has Cancer, and it is by Carolyn Stearns Parkinson. It's illustrated by Elaine Verstraete. How do you explain cancer to a child? Well, we're about to get into that right now, because that question was on my mind in the very months after I was diagnosed myself with this disease. At that time, it was October of 1987. Wow. I can only imagine how much healthcare has changed since then, especially cancer care. My younger son, Eric, was only 5 years old at the time, and he could not understand what was happening. I wasn't either, Ethan. I was not even a thought bubble. She wanted a simple way and a caring way to explain what causes cancer to her 5-year-old son and why his mom was even in the hospital to begin with. And she felt the need to convince Eric and her other children that life can still go on. It was important for them to know that it was going to be all right and that she was happy even though she was sick. And these are the reasons, just some of them, why she chose to write this book, My Mommy Has Cancer. Halloween is one of Eric's favorite times of the year, but this year it was different. He was getting his costume to go trick-or-treating, his mommy in the hospital. As he dressed, Eric thought about the past week. It had been a very sad week indeed. Mommy had to go to the hospital to have an operation. And after the operation, people cried. His big brother Kurt, his sister Caprice Ann, Aunt Marilyn, Grandma, and even Grandpa shed some tears. Boy, was I scared for a while, thought Eric. I thought Mommy had died. Then Daddy took me in his arms and told me that Mommy had cancer. And word, that sure made people really sad, and I honestly didn't know why. I asked Daddy what cancer was, who cancer was. And he said, cancer is a disease that makes people very sick. He said our body is made up of many, many cells. I didn't even know what a cell was. Daddy said that cells are like teeny tiny little bubbles. And these bubbles, well, they help us grow and they protect our bodies and keep us healthy. Sometimes bad bubbles appear, and these bad bubbles grow very fast, and when they do, they pop, and then they destroy some of our good bubbles. Yep. Then you don't have enough good bubbles to outweigh the bad bubbles and keep you healthy. And in Mommy's case, Daddy said that those bad bubbles are called cancer cells. I wanted to know why the word cancer made people cry. Daddy said that sometimes people do pass away from cancer. Daddy and I had both tears in our eyes, and then I understood why that word made everyone so sad. I didn't want my mom to die. But Daddy said that Mommy was going to have chemotherapy, and that means that she is going to get a lot of medicine, and medicine that could make her feel sick or very tired for a while. But everyone hopes that the medicine will destroy the bad cancer cells and make them go away forever, and then Mommy will feel better. Eric smiled as he imagined a war going inside Mommy. The medicine against the bad bubbles. Pew, 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 pew. Eric sat on the bed and put his sneakers on by himself. He remembered telling his daddy that he just wanted Mommy to come home and be like she was before that she had gone sick. Daddy said that she might never really be like she was before. But everybody hoped that the chemotherapy would make her feel better for a long, long time. Then we could do many of the things that we used to do. Eric thought about the first time he went to see his mommy in the hospital. She was in bed with all kinds of tubes and stuff around her, and it was a little scary. When Mommy saw me, she started to cry. Mommy never really cried much. It made everyone in the room cry. I was so sad that my stomach hurt that day. Eric quickly finished getting ready. He was looking forward to seeing his mommy. He wondered if she would have any treats for him. After all, it was Halloween. He walked down the hall with quickness, and he reached Mommy's room. He stopped and put his mask on. He very quietly peered around the door and said, "Trick or treat!" The end of My Mommy Has Cancer. Mommy lived, just so you know, in case you didn't know. And he trick-or-treated with her when she was in the hospital, and I thought that was really sweet. Yeah, it's a solemn snap. That's for sure. It is very emotional. But we got to work that in. You know why? Because we're having fun, but we're here for some serious stuff. And that's the fight against the cancer bubble. So the next time you think about why we're here relaying and why we put donations in this kiosk, we are the tiny little medicine bottle inside. And we're pew, 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 pewing the little angry cancer bubbles away. Just think about that. I'm going to think about it like that because it's precious. Hey, Aaron, welcome in. So take your second, get a sip of water, dab your eyeballs, hug your stuffed animal, chew something if you have to. You want to take a nap? You take a nap right here. Welcome in, everybody. Justice. Up next, we have another dinosaur book because that is the theme of our day. And we're going to learn how to catch them. Maybe you keep them as a pet, like Dino Pen. How to Catch a Dinosaur, written by the famous author Adam Wallace, who's made everything under the sun, from how to catch a leprechaun to how to catch a rainbow to how to hair catching everything, and we're learning so much. And we're going to learn a little bit more now right here, too. Tomorrow's the big science fair. I have never won it before. But this year I know I cannot lose because I'm catching a dinosaur. Announcements. Science fair. First prize, brand new shiny red bicycle. Wow. The crocs and the sharks we know today were here when the dinosaurs ruled. It makes no sense at all. The dinosaurs are completely gone. On this point, I cannot be fooled. We head straight to our local park to pick up some kind of a trail. Wait, what's that thing over there? Yes, I think it's a dinosaur tail. The dino is more bird than reptile. We learned that in science class, and that's true. And this one left something behind. I've got our first dinosaur clue. Looks like we've got a plant eater. The Venus flytrap had no chance. She danced right by our volcano and knew the exit at first glance. Chomp! Dinosaurs swim for free. Hee hee hee. This clever girl runs fast as the wind and dodged our trap in a hurry. But we've got more in store for her, so this time it's no worry. Was she watching when I tested each trap? With my action figures and toy bricks? It's like she knows how each trap works. Can it be that she's on to my tricks? Dino bird boards. Whee! Well, that didn't go according to plan. She slipped right past our noses, and if that isn't bad enough, she's ruined Mom's prize-winning roses. We made a prehistoric playground with lots of friends to play. Our dino won't be able to resist. This time she won't get away. Tall enough to stop a giant, our trap had pulleys, ropes, and decks, but this dino smashed it all to pieces. She should be called T-Rex. Kind of like you all barging through the wall. My mom is an engineer, so I've learned a trick or three. Our Robo-Hugger 9000 won't let our dino go free. Robo-Hugger 9000. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. That clever dino tricked our robot by dressing like a bird. If I don't catch the dinosaur soon, I'll be lucky to come in third. We didn't catch the dinosaur. I don't know what to do, but my friends remind me we still have a science fair entry or two. We brought the Robo-Hugging 9000 Dinosaur Hugger! And we won first place! We did it! Yay! Better luck next time, I guess, on catching the dinosaur. The end. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Rawr. Hello, hello. I don't know if we have little Micah in the crowd today. Nope, not today. But little Micah wrote this book, The Moose and the Book Tree. I know. I figured, we're doing lots of dinos. Maybe we can add a couple more animals to the mix. I think that would be nice. Yes, hi, welcome in, Papa Squat. Get cozy. I want to read a funny one. I might wait to the end. Let's see. No. It's from Micah Bailey, an SL resident. The Moose and the Book Tree. For all my family, yes, all of you, thank you for believing in me. Moose and the Book Tree, written and illustrated by Micah Bailey. Moose, the giraffe, loved stories more than anything. He wore a cozy scarf and had a sprout on his horn and always carried a book. One morning, Moose woke up with a sparkle in his heart. Oh, today feels like a story day, he said to himself. He packed his bag with his snacks and his favorite storybook and then quickly headed outside towards the meadow. As Moose wandered, he spotted something strange. A tiny tree with shiny leaves and... Was that books? The bumblebee who danced. Moose blinked. Is that a book tree? He whispered, and the tree shimmered and dropped a book into his hooves. The book was called The Bumblebee Who Danced. Moose giggled and sat beneath that tree to read it. As Moose read, the tree glowed brighter. More books bloomed, stories about giggling clouds, singing socks, and cupcake-loving dragons. Oh my. Moose gasped. This tree grows stories. Moose wrapped his arms around the tree in a warm hug. Oh, thank you, Book Tree! He exclaimed with delight. Soon Bunny hopped by. Hey, Moose, what's that? She asked curiously. It's a magical book tree, Moose said. Come on, Bunny, come read with me. Let me show you. As the day grew long, Moose was joined by more of his friends. Fox scampered over with a blanket, and Owl flew in with a lantern as they all gathered around the tree. Moose opened a new book. Once upon a time, a sock sang opera in the laundry basket, he read. The bunny giggled, the fox clapped, and the owl hooted with joy. All the while the book tree sparkled and the stories danced in the air. And every time Moose read, a new book bloomed. The book tree loved stories too. As his friends headed home, Moose stayed to make a sign. Moose's book tree, all friends welcome. And as the moon rose, he whispered, every tall tale starts with a little tiny spark. Moose packed up his bag and waved goodbye. See you tomorrow, book tree. And the book tree whispered back with a rustle of leaves, we'll grow more stories together tomorrow. The end of Moose and the Book Tree by Micah Bailey. Yay! Welcome in, everybody. Welcome back to those that crashed. Oh no, not I youpie youpie yay. Ha ha. No. I had forgotten that gesture existed, and now I will sing it all day. And when my family wonders what I'm doing, I'm going to tell them Preston's the reason why they got to sit through this stimming session. Up next, we have How Big Was a Dinosaur? I'm going to guess it's about the size of the piggy bank behind me. Well, I guess it's a dino bank. It wouldn't be a piggy bank, but you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Meow. What a tiny little meow. How big is that dino? It's a great question, Dino Pen. Big enough to be your parent. Or your elder, I guess. 1,000 feet. I don't know. Several tons. How Big Was a Dinosaur? By Anna Milbourne. Pipkin was a really small penguin who was always asking very big questions. Where do flowers come from? How do birds fly? What's inside of our world? But the thing he wanted to know most of all was, how big was a dinosaur? Pipkin's mama said, to answer that, you would have to go back in time, way before penguins or people or cities or snow, when the world was all warm and covered in forests. All right, said Pipkin, and he did just that. A group of little creatures scuttled through the trees. Excuse me, said Pipkin. How big is a dinosaur? I'm a dinosaur, said one of the creatures, and, well, I'm this big. Are you the biggest one? asked Pipkin. No, said the dinosaur, I'm not as big as, well, him. As a fast, snappy creature dashed through the trees. Excuse me, said Pipkin. How big is a dinosaur? Well, I'm a dinosaur, the creature snapped, and, well, I'm this big. Oh, I see. And are you the biggest one? asked Pipkin. No, I'm not, said the dinosaur. I'm nowhere near as big as her. A gnashing, slashing creature crashed through the trees. Hi, excuse me. Uh, how big is a dinosaur? Asked Pipkin. Oh, well, I'm a dinosaur, the creature snapped, and I'm this big. Oh, yeah, I see how you're rather big indeed. And you have very big teeth, said Pipkin. Yeah, but you're not as big as him. A stomping, clomping creature marched across the plains. Uh, excuse me. Down here, hi, said Pipkin. How big is a dinosaur? Well, I'm a dinosaur, the creature boomed, and I'm this big. Whoa, are you the biggest one? Asked Pipkin. Yes, said the dinosaur. I'm as big can be. Yeah, I'm really nearly as big. And me too, and also me. When Pipkin came home, he said to his mama, wow, there were all kinds of different dinosaurs. Groups of little scuttling ones, and bigger rushing, snapping ones, and even bigger roary ones with very big teeth. But the biggest dinosaur of them all was longer than long and taller than tall, as big can be. Mama, do you think I'll ever grow to be as big as a dinosaur? Pipkin asked. Eat up your dinner, my little Pip, and we shall see, Mama said. Come this way to see a really big dinosaur. Boom! Right behind me, the biggest dinosaur bank ever! And that's how big the dinosaur was. Yay! And now we know. It's not as big, but it could be as bigger as big. Something like that. So now you know, Dino Pen. You're welcome. Who here has heard of the Ugly Five? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 of them. Just checking. You ever heard of the Ugly Five? Trying to think if you have or not. All right, take your time. Never heard. Well, you're about to meet the ugliest animals on the savannah. Yeah, I said it. UGLY. They ain't got no alibi. They ugly. Yeah, they ugly. They're gangly, warty, bumpy, bristly, spotty, stinky, and totally irresistible. We're the Ugly Five. We're the Ugly Five, and everyone flees when they see us arrive. Welcome back to those just coming back. Welcome in to those just coming in. You're here with me at Nugget Story Time. We're getting into The Ugly Five by Julia Donaldson. If you like the book and the illustrations, you would probably know Julia Donaldson from Room on a Broom, a really good Halloween story where a witch goes around with a frog and a cat and a bat and every little creature on a broom. Best book. Love that book. Somebody asked me if I was going to sing today, and I'm about to do it right now. So get your camcorders out. Okay. Get your little clips in. Whatever them kids call it these days. We're the Ugly Five by Julia Donaldson. The morning had dawned on the African plain. The lion lay grooming his glorious mane. The kudu looked cool, and the rhino looked fine. The bright pink flamingos looked simply divine. The zebra looked graceful, the leopard looked great. Oh, what a picture of beauty, but what was that? Ugh, wait. Who is this creature? So ugly, so weird, with her spindly legs and her gingery beard, with her big chunky chest and her skinny behind. To say she looks plain would be really quite kind. It's the wildebeest. Slowly she ambled along, trampling the grasses and singing this song. I'm the ugly one. Mm-mm. I'm the ugly one. Mm-mm. I'm the ugliest animal under the sun. My ungangly appearance is second to none. I'm the ugly one. I'm the ugly one. But here's someone uglier, uglier than even me. Who can this strange-looking specimen be? How do you do? I'm the spotted hyena. Who could be uglier? Who could look meaner? My mane is all spiky, my skin is all spotty. No other creature could look quite so grotty. My voice is a mixture of giggles and groans, and I like nothing better than crunching on bones. I must be the ugliest beast in the scrub. And then the wildebeest shouted, "Hurrah! Join the club!" The two ugly animals ambled along, kicking the dust up and singing this song. We're the ugly two. Yes, we are the ugly two. We wouldn't win prizes for beauty, it's true. You'll see nothing worse if you go to the zoo because we're the ugly two. But who in this hideous bird we can see, perched on a branch of a powder-puff tree? I'm the lappet-faced vulture. I'm ugly. I'm bald. No wonder that everyone looks so appalled. I have flaps on my face that are wrinkled and pink. My beak is gigantic, and what's more, oh, I stink. At meal times, my habits are really quite vile. I mean, I much prefer food that's been dead for a while. I'm clearly a lot more revolting than you. Then the other two shouted back. Bravo! Joined the crew. The three ugly animals ambled along, splashing through water and singing this song. Oh, well, we're the ugly three, we're the ugly three, the ugliest beasts that you're likely to see. Oh, you wouldn't be tempted to ask us to tea. No, no, because we're the ugly three. Yeah, yeah. We're the ugly three. But who is this animal having a roll in the bubbling mud of a watering hole? Hello, I'm the warthog, as ugly as sin, with two pairs of tusks and a bristly chin. See it? It's bristly. My tail stands on end, and my body is quite dumpy. My head is too big and my skin too bumpy. People are just shocked by my deafening snorts. And my face that is covered in horrible warts. I'm the worst looking creature from here to Japan. And then the other three shouted, Yippee! Join the clan. Then these four ugly animals ambled along, scaring the starlings and singing this song. We're the ugly four. We're the ugly four. We're grisly, we're gruesome, we're hard to ignore. Just take one look and your eyes will be sore, 'cause we're the ugly four. Remember, there's 5. But who, oh, who is this perfectly terrible frump, raiding the rubbish bins down by the dump? I'm the marabou stork, and I think you'll agree that no other bird looks as dreadful as me. My wings are enormous, I'm hunched and I'm gangly. And look at my throat pouch, it's all dingly-dangly. Yeah. My legs long and skinny, they're covered in poop. And I'll eat almost anything. Really, I mean it, even a shoe. I'm a grouchy old grump, and I'm a horrible slob. And then the other four shouted, Yoo-hoo! Join the mob! So the ugly 5 animals ambled along, casting long shadows and singing this song. All together. We're the ugly 5. Yes, indeed, we are the ugly, ugly 5. Mm-hmm. Everyone flees when they see us arrive. How can such hideous creatures even survive? We are the ugly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 5. Yeah. But stop! Just a minute. Be quiet. Shh, who's this? Peeping from the burrows and hiding in the trees. Hello! We are your babies! You give us food, and you help cheer us up when we're in a bad mood. You clean us, and you preen us, and you pick out the nits, and we want you to know that we love you all to bits. We love all your spots and your warts and your bristles. We love your grunts and your groans and your hoots and your whistles. We really don't think you look ugly at all. You're beauties, you're bombshells, you're belles of the ball. You're kind and you're cuddly, you're brave and you're strong. And that is our reason for singing this song. You're the lovely 5. Oh, yes, indeed, you're the lovely 5. Oh, you're sweeter than honey from bees in a hive. You're quite the most beautiful creatures alive. You are the lovely, not ugly at all. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The end. And now you have been introduced to the ugly, then lovely 5. Did you think they were atrocious? Did you think they were gross? What do you think of my singing? Did you like it the most? Ah, yeah. I-I-U-P. I-I-U-P. Get your golden nuggies while we read through our last book of the day. I-I-U-P-U-P-A. You're welcome. I'm a bat. Sometimes I'm a bat too. You're welcome. We're gonna read about the disgusting sandwich. Oh, Spirit, we know. We can tell your face paint is amazing. Amazing. Parents, caregivers, people just popping in, you can get a golden nugget too. Don't you miss out on this nugget now. What's a golden nugget? Thanks for asking me. A golden nugget turns into currency, right? So if you TP downstairs, there's like a little hut that looks like a cardboardish hospital, and you can get some nugget swag there with your golden nuggets that you collect from coming to various nugget-themed events, from story times to games to crafts, everything. And anybody can collect them. Parents, kids, caregivers, the dog. Susky, get your nugget. Anybody, really. Dino Pen can get nuggets. Why not? Nuggets all around. Yep. And then if you notice, here, I'll scooch it. If you look right under my chair, you'll see a little Care Bear sticker. And you'll notice that there are stickers all around up here for hunting. You hunt all around and get your stickers, right? And then in like 1 week's time, these stickers will be able to be turned in to the ATM little machines downstairs. And the stickers turn into nuggets. Boom! Currency. But Miss Red, I don't want to give my stickers away. What happens to them? I like them. Don't worry about it. Forget about it. You're not going to lose them. You know why? Because you have a Nuggets website, and maybe you have the Nuggy HUD, and you'll be able to look at them all the time whenever you want. And if you get cool things, like let's say for Relay for Lifetime, and you go to the Sugar Skulls team event and you pick up the Viking shield, you can display your favorite stickers on your shield, and you can change them out. The Easter crown, same thing. I think there's even face stickers that let you display your favorite ones, and you can even get a sticker book and show everybody your collection. So don't hold on to them for 3+ years like I did and miss out on your nuggies. Turn them in. Okay. Now we're all caught up on what nuggets do. You're welcome. You're welcome. We're going to learn about the disgusting sandwich. Have you ever had a gross Sammy before? I have. And what was on it that made it so gross? Let me think. Hmm. Okay. My stepdad. Story time. LOL. My stepdad used to eat peanut butter and Kraft cheese slices on bread together at the same time. Gross. I don't know who told him that was a sandwich, but I don't like it. And that was a disgusting Sammy for me. We're going to learn about that by Gareth Edwards. Oh, right, Ruby. I feel that. Well, I hate to tell you, but I think one might get soggy in this book. So, just so you know. Get your little barf bucket ready. Rumble, rumble. In a clump of trees on the edge of a park there lived a badger. He was a very hungry badger, and his tummy would not stop rumbling. One day a boy came to the park. He had a sandwich with him. It had fresh white bread and peanut butter. It was a beautiful sandwich, the badger thought. The boy took his sandwich to the playground. He was about to take a bite when a girl bumped into him and it fell into the sand pit. Now the fresh white bread was covered in gritty sand. Well, the little girl said, you can't eat it now. It's disgusting. A squirrel found the sandwich. She didn't mind the sand, and she carried that sandwich into a tree to share with her children. Aw, man. But they weren't good at sharing, and the sandwich dropped out of the tree and into a pond. Well, said the mother squirrel. Exactly. You can't eat this now. It's disgusting. It's all soggy. A frog, hello, saw the sandwich. It was floating in some goopy green pondweed that smelled of rotten egg. Mmm. The frog didn't mind the sand or the smelly green goop. He pulled the sandwich out to eat it on the path. But a boy on a scooter raced by. He had to jump out of the way. And now the sandwich had a big black squish tire mark right across the middle. Ugh. Well, said the frog, I can't eat this now. It's disgusting. I like how we draw the line there. The next was a crow that saw the sandwich. She didn't mind the sand or the smelly green goop or the big black squished tire mark. She peeled the sandwich off of the path and flew proudly up to her nest to give it to her mum. But a scary flying thing frightened her, and she dropped the sandwich into an ant's nest. Hundreds of thousands of ants crawled all over it. Well, said the crow's mom, I can't eat it now. It's disgusting. Soon a fox found the sandwich. He did not mind. He did not mind the sand, the smelly green goop, the big black squish tire marks, the hundreds of thousands of ants. He took it to be a present for the lady fox that he liked. But when he opened his mouth to tell her how nice she looked, the sandwich fell into a pile of bird feathers that had somehow just gotten there. Now the sandwich was covered with grimy old feathers. Well, said the fox's friend. I can't eat that now. That's disgusting. Gross. And she kicked the sandwich all the way into a flower bed and went off to go through some bins. In amongst the flowers were some slugs. They didn't mind the sand, the smelly green goop, the big black tire mark squish, the hundreds of thousands of ants, or the grimy old feathers. They slithered all over the sandwich and crisscrossed it with trails of slippery slime and oozy gray bubbles. And then the moon came out. Finally, along came the badger. He was now hungrier than ever. He gazed at the sandwich, all covered in sand, and the smelly green goop, and the big black squish marks, and hundreds of ants, and grimy old feathers, and slippery slime, and oozy-goozy gray bubbles glistening within the moonlight. And his tummy rumbled. Rumble, rumble. Grumble, grumble. Slurp! So he ate up all the slugs. But he did not eat the sandwich, because at that point it was far too disgusting. Is this the most disgusting sandwich ever? It's sandy, goopy, squishy, sluggy, and slimy. And even the badger wouldn't eat it. The end. I ask, would you eat it? Where would you have drawn the line? I think the moment it was dropped in the sand, all bets are off. Sammy, off the table. It belonged to nature now. It's nature, Sammy. Yeah, I don't know. I like how the lines were drawn so many times. Like, Fox Lady didn't want it, but then ate through the trash can. Badger waited all day to get it and then wound up just eating the bugs off of it. What the what? I don't know. And I don't claim to know. We got time for one more book. Don't forget to get your nugget if you ain't get your nugget yet. Yeah. Charlie and Lola. But I am an alligator. Mm-hmm. I feel like this is fitting for today, since we're in costume. I have a little sister named Lola. She is small, and she's very funny. One thing Lola loves is dressing up. This is my favorite fancy dress costume, and I am absolutely never taking it off, says Lola. Then Lola says, did you know that alligators live in swamps and rivers, where they are very difficult to see? That's because they are camouflaged. That's the word. And you know alligators lay eggs, right? Not babies. And sometimes they grow bigger, even bigger than our dining room tables, says Lola. So you see, Charlie, alligators are really very interesting, and that's why I am going to wear my alligator costume all the time. So I say, all the time, Lola? And she says, yes, Charlie, I'm not taking it off ever, never, forever, never, for no reasons. Okay. When Mum takes us shopping, Lola says, I want to eat what alligators eat. And I say, okay, I don't think they eat frozen shrimp, Lola. But Lola shouts out, oh, they absolutely do, Charlie. Alligators love frozen shrimp. And I say, shh, Lola, everybody's looking at us in the grocery store. Please. At the park, Lola is still wearing her alligator costume. Marv says, have you asked her to take it off yet? So I says, a gazillion, a magabillion times. And she says, and I quote, I'm gonna wear it forever. And Marv says, well, she can't wear it to school, can she? And I said, no, she can't wear it to school. Of course I'm going to wear it to school, Lola says. And I says, I really don't think that's such a good idea. I mean, won't your friends think wearing an alligator costume 24/7 is like a little bit strange? Lola says, no, Charlie. I think that they will all wind up wanting alligator costumes too, especially when I do my gator talk. So I ask, your gator talk? What? And Charlie says, yes, Charlie, we have to do a talk in assembly tomorrow, and it's called All About Me. So I say, but you are not an alligator, Lola. Don't you think it would be better if you tell the whole school, oh, I don't know about you dressed as, oh, I don't know again, you, hello? But you could tell them about how maybe you like drawing. Oh, and how you always hop your way into bed at night. Oh, and how pink milk is your favorite and by far the best milk on the planet. Lola says, that would not be very interesting. I mean, everybody already knows that I like pink milk, so it's not that big of a deal. And so I say, I mean, I could help you with your talk if you would like. But then Lola says, I do not need help. At assembly the next day, Lola says, my name is Lola and I like dressing up. At the moment, I like dressing up as an alligator because it is my most favorite costume and it is by far my best costume. I used to like dressing up as a Spanish lady or sometimes as a circus person, but I could also dress up as a doctor or a caterpillar who turns into a beautiful butterfly. And the whole school went, wow. Wow. Lola says, I love dressing up because I can be whatever I want to be, and that's my best. Everybody cheered, and I said, well done, Lola. The next day, Lola is not an alligator. She has whiskers, pointy ears, and a tail. Lola says, meow, and I say, oh no. And that is the end of Charlie and Lola, but I'm an alligator. Meow. That's so cute. Wow, 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 wow. Where has the time gone? I can't believe we got just a few minutes left of story time. Guess what? If you had fun with me at 2 p.m. SLT, you're going to have a blast later tonight because at 5 p.m. SLT, right here in this very same chair, Mr. Psych is going to be here for story time. And if you have not seen or heard Mr. Psych read yet, you think my voices are funny? No, no, no. You gotta hear Mr. Psych. Yesterday was Superhero Day, and he came as Buzz Lightyear. Not just any Buzz Lightyear, a teeny tiny action figure version of himself, Buzz Lightyear. He was so little, I could barely see him on this seat over the book he was reading. And he does little tricks and stuff, like if you do this or that, I'll sing a song, or I'll sing it backwards, or I'll do a Darth Vader voice, or it's a good time. So tonight at 5 p.m. SLT with Mr. Psych right here. You will not want to miss that. And thank you everybody for joining me here today at Nuggets for Read Across Nuggies. Aw, thank you, Ruby Roo. Wait! What, Spirit, what? You need me to sing again? What? What? Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, man. I gotta think what I could even sing again. Uh, what's that one song? The Axolotl song. Okay. Okay. Are you ready? I will sing. But I need some encouragement. Can I get some free claps in advance? A donation to the kiosk if you can. Just a little bit of, I'm scared. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Claps a lots. Come on. Let me hear it. I don't hear nothing. Maybe I'm not meant to sing. Oh, snap, I hear the frogs. My people, I'm locked in. Okay. All right, all right. This is If You Ask an Axolotl by Dr. Waffle. This blew up on TikTok. If you're a TikToker, you would know. Picture a tiny little axolotl, okay? There's an axolotl on the pink stairs. Is an axolotl supposed to be there? If you ask an axolotl if they'll be back tomorrow, a penguin waddles in and then the axolotl's gone. There's an axolotl on the lawn chair. Is an axolotl supposed to be there? If you ask an axolotl if they'll be back tomorrow, a penguin waddles in and then the axolotl's gone. There's an axolotl at the front door. Is that what the welcome sign is there for? If you ask an axolotl if they'll be back tomorrow, a penguin waddles in and then they both sing you a song. Ribble, robble, axolotl, bibble, bobble, penguins waddle. We'll see you tomorrow, or technically later tonight at 5 p.m. And thank you! And thank you! Yeah! Woohoo! I love that song. It's one of my favorite songs. You're welcome. Thank you for your encouragement. You all have been very kind today. Next time. Oh, yes. Dripped out like the hippo. That's a hard one. I'm going to have to learn that. I don't know that one off the top of my head. Thank you. Thank you, sis. Next time, maybe I'll sing the fish song. If I was a fish and you caught me, you'd say, look at that fish. That one. Also from TikTok. Yeah. You axolotl questions? I love that. Yes, you gotta end on a comfort song. We used to end my stories with a dance time, but Mr. Kama's not here to help with the dance part. That's okay. You never heard of him? Don't worry. I got you. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. Okay. All right. Okay. Bye-bye. Have a good day. Wait. What? Pause for the cause. What? I'm paused. I'm getting a whisper. Please hold. I'm listening. A cat one. Cole, can you link it to me? Oh. Okay. Stay still. Miss Kilolo might pass out something real quick. Okay, if you can find it, that'd be cool. I'll learn it. I like to learn little jingles like that.